Our lessons on control structures are going to be based off of a registration form. So this registration form is going to ultimately look like this, where we're going to ask the user for their name, their email, a password, confirmation of the password, the year that they were born, a favorite color from a pull-down menu, and that they need to agree to the terms, and then they'll click send it. Currently, the form that I've set up is using HTML5. So with HTML5, you can use the required field to ensure that the user is filling out the information before they present the form. Now with the required field, you're just pretty much seeing if they've filled out the information in the expected pattern. So it's looking to see that I put something in the name field. It doesn't matter what it is. And if I click send it now, you're going to see that it's going to move on to the email field. And here it's going to give me some feedback that I would need an @ symbol. And then it's missing the, dot portion. So I would need to make sure that I structured this in a way that would be expected based on the required field. So that's kind of how the required element works. I am going to actually get rid of the required fields for this example because we're going to be using PHP to see if the user has filled out this information and then be able to give them some sort of feedback based on that. So I just wanted to quickly go through the form with you. It's a pretty basic form. I'm using my form tag, I have a field set, I have a legend, and then I have the label and input fields inside of divs, and I put them there so that I could style them in a particular way using CSS. So I have a field asking for the user's first name, asking for their email. You'll notice that the type is set to email. I ask for their password. Type is set to password here, which is going to ensure that when the user fills out this form, the information that I enter into the password is going to be hidden. And I'm asking for a input type for the year. Then I have a select box that's going to ask them to pick their favorite color. And finally, I just have a checkbox that they need to agree to the terms and conditions. Now, because this is a fictional form, some of this isn't completely usable, i.e., there is no link to the terms and condition. Normally, there would be some sort of link so that somebody could, in theory, read the terms and conditions and then agree to it. But here, we're just using these fields so that we can work with PHP. I also have some CSS, and the CSS should look somewhat familiar because it's similar to what I've been using in some of the other examples. I do have some attribute selectors so that I can uniquely target some of the input fields. And I have some rules just to make my form responsive. So when my form is on a smaller screen, it's going to go to 1 column, and when it's on a larger screen, it's going to go to 2 columns. But all in all, it's a pretty basic form, nothing too special here. So what we'll be doing in the next couple of exercises is we're going to be creating the PHP so that we can start to interact with our user on a more meaningful basis.